Explore the extraordinary diversity of the human body through these fascinating medical accounts. This top 10 highlights individuals whose rare conditions defy modern science, illustrating exceptional resilience in the face of unique physiological and neurological challenges. Subscribe for more educational and fascinating videos. Number 10. Caitlin Thornley, The Mystery of Compulsive Sneezing. Caitlin Thornley, a young girl from Texas, saw her life turned upside down when she began sneezing uncontrollably, reaching an alarming frequency of 20 episodes per minute, or approximately 12,000 per day. Faced with this phenomenon, the medical profession found itself at a standstill, quickly ruling out classic causes such as viral allergies or respiratory infections. Despite the administration of various antihistamine treatments, no solution provided lasting relief, except for periods of sleep or deep relaxation induced by music. Experts suggest that this pathology could be akin to a neurological tic disorder, transforming a simple reflex reaction into an exhausting physical and social disability. Her case remains a major medical enigma, highlighting the gaps in our current understanding of atypical neurological reactions and the devastating impact such a condition can have on a child's schooling and interpersonal communication. This relentless quest for medicinal answers remains a vital priority. Neurological research continues to explore experimental avenues to soothe this failing brain signal and finally restore her daily peace. Number 9. Pseudobulbar effect, PBA, neurological emotional instability. Pseudobulbar effect disorder, brought to light by Joaquin Phoenix's cinematic portrayal in the film Joker, is a real neurological condition characterized by involuntary outbursts of laughing or crying. These episodes, often intense and sudden, are completely disconnected from the person's actual emotional state, creating a dissonance between internal feelings and facial expression. Physiologically, this disorder is linked to a disruption of brain signals, frequently resulting from brain lesions, strokes, or neurodegenerative diseases such as multiple sclerosis. The authenticity of the media representation has helped raise public awareness of the social isolation and psychological distress suffered by patients who are often wrongly perceived as emotionally unstable. This case perfectly illustrates how a dysfunction of neuronal circuits can deprive an individual of control over their own expressive reactions, leading to a complex form of behavioral captivity. Specialized psychological support then becomes crucial for their daily lives. Understanding the serotonergic pathways involved now allows for the proposal of stabilizing pharmacological treatments, offering hope for regained control. Number 8. Mehmet and Kerem Selman, complete heterochromia. Brothers, Mehmet and Kerem Selman, originally from Turkey, present an exceptional physical characteristic called iris heterochromia, where each eye displays a distinct and contrasting color. In their case, one iris is a bright polar blue, while the other is a deep brown, creating a striking visual symmetry that has attracted international attention. This genetic peculiarity results from a variation in the distribution and concentration of melanin within the iris tissues during embryonic development. Although this condition can sometimes be a sign of broader syndromes, in these two brothers, it appears to be a benign and hereditary mutation that in no way alters their visual acuity. Beyond the aesthetic aspect, their story celebrates human genetic diversity, demonstrating that nature's singularities, far from being disabling anomalies, can be perceived as magnificent and harmless expressions of biological individuality within the same family line, bringing a touch of grace to their already singular appearance. Their bicolor gaze, which has become a symbol of atypical beauty, serves as a reminder that biological rarity is sometimes a natural work of art. Number 7. The Sangli sisters, universal hypertrichosis. Savita, Manisha, and Savitri, 3 sisters living in the Maharashtra region of India, are affected by universal hypertrichosis, an extremely rare genetic mutation affecting about 1 in a billion people. Familiarly nicknamed werewolf syndrome, this condition manifests as excessive growth of dark, thick hair covering the entire face and body. Inherited from their father, this pathology imposes an immense daily burden, both in terms of dermatological management and psychological well-being. The prohibitive cost of laser treatments for a family of agricultural workers accentuates their social marginalization, often forcing them into isolation to avoid the prejudices and cultural stigmas of their community. Their struggle for a normal life, despite an appearance that defies conventional norms, highlights inequalities in access to advanced dermatological care and the strength required to face the gaze of others in the face of such a visible physical difference. Family solidarity remains their ultimate shield against solitude. They hope that one day, science will be able to correct this profound hormonal imbalance, finally allowing them to move about freely without fear. Number 6. Lisa Brown. The fight against superior mesenteric artery syndrome. Lisa Brown, a former American model, was a victim of superior mesenteric artery syndrome, SMAS, a rare gastrointestinal pathology where part of the small intestine is compressed between two arteries, thus blocking the passage of food. This mechanical obstruction, coupled with severe gastroparesis, prevented her from absorbing necessary nutrients, causing drastic weight loss and extreme malnutrition. Despite multiple surgical interventions aimed at bypassing the blockage, her health deteriorated to the point of making her dependent on total intravenous nutrition. Her premature death in 2017 left a lasting impression, but her legacy resides in her commitment to raising awareness for rare digestive disorders. Their journey highlights the complexity of differential diagnostics in gastroenterology and the need for multidisciplinary care for patients whose digestive systems can no longer fulfill basic vital functions due to vascular anatomical anomalies. Her bravery in the face of anatomical adversity remains an unforgettable example. Her tragic struggle serves as a reminder of the urgency to fund research into compressive vascular pathologies to prevent such broken destinies. Number 5. Samra Rose Ingrassia, Man on Fire. Syndrome, Samra Rose. Ingrassia suffers from erythromelalgia, a particularly painful neurovascular condition often described as the sensation of being burned alive permanently. This disorder causes crises of searing pain, redness, and intense heat in the skin, triggered by the slightest exposure to moderate temperatures or minor physical effort. Due to this thermal hypersensitivity, Samra is forced to live in a strictly controlled environment, maintaining a very low ambient temperature to prevent crises. This pathology, which is often accompanied by Raynaud's disease, imposes drastic limitations on daily life, making outdoor and social activities almost impossible. Her case illustrates the immense challenges posed by rare chronic pain diseases, where conventional treatments often prove ineffective, leaving patients in a perpetual quest for relief and forcing families to completely adapt their way of life to guarantee a minimum of comfort. Their daily courage commands the admiration of caregivers and everyone else. Faced with this invisible ordeal, the patient displays incredible mental strength, seeking a refuge from the fire through meditation. Number 4. The Gomez family, hereditary generalized hypertrichosis. In Mexico, the Gomez family represents one of the world's most documented examples of congenital generalized hypertrichosis, a condition affecting 19 members of their lineage over 5 generations. This dense facial and body hair is the result of a genetic mutation that scientists sometimes associate with the activation of ancestral genes that are normally dormant in human evolution. Although this appearance has historically aroused curiosity and sometimes fear, the members of the family have chosen to transform this singularity into a source of pride and media visibility. By publicly assuming their identity, they contribute to educating the world on genetic diversity and destigmatizing conditions that modify physical appearance in a spectacular way. Their collective resilience demonstrates that self-acceptance and family solidarity are powerful shields against societal prejudices linked to rare biological differences, transforming what was perceived as a curse into a symbol of uniqueness. This Mexican lineage thus becomes a beacon of hope for acceptance. Their story encourages society to redefine its standards of normalcy and to celebrate the extraordinary variations of human heritage. Number 3, Duangjay Samaksamam, extreme macrodystrophia. Lipomatosa Duangjay Samaksamam, a resident of Thailand, is affected by an extremely rare form of localized gigantism called macrodystrophia lipomatosa. This condition caused an uncontrolled proliferation of fat and soft tissue in her arms and hands, making them disproportionately heavy, with a combined weight reaching 20 kilograms. This major physical deformity makes the simplest daily tasks, such as combing her hair or getting dressed, extremely painful and difficult. From a medical perspective, surgical intervention is considered perilous because the growths are closely linked to essential nerves and blood vessels, presenting a high risk of total loss of motor function. Despite her initial isolation and chronic pain, Duangjay has shown remarkable determination by continuing to manage her family business. Her story is a poignant testimony to the mental strength necessary to live with a severe limb deformity under the constant gaze of the public, while refusing to let the disease dictate her autonomy. The self-sacrifice she displays commands the respect of all. She remains a figure of perseverance, proving that human dignity does not depend on the conformity of the physical body. Number 2, Amy Brooks, resilience in the face of tetraphocomelia. Born with a rare condition called congenital tetraphocomelia, Amy Brooks came into the world without arms or legs. Abandoned at birth and then adopted by a loving family, she defied all medical and social predictions by learning to perform complex tasks through ingenious methods. By using her mouth, shoulders, and chin, she manages to write, sew, cook, and even run her own video production channel. Today, a motivational speaker and author, Amy uses her journey to demonstrate that physical limitations do not define a person's value or potential. Her ability to transform her disability into a platform for empowerment is a universal life lesson on human adaptability. She proves that ingenuity and faith can compensate for the most severe anatomical absences, making her an emblematic figure of the mind's victory over matter and a source of inspiration for millions of people living with major physical disabilities. Her message of hope transcends global, cultural, and physical barriers. Every daily gesture is a brilliant victory for her, transforming the impossible into a palpable reality full of light. Number 1, Emily Green, living with MRKH syndrome. Emily Green was diagnosed at age 16 with Mayer-Rokitansky-Kuster-Hauser, MRKH syndrome, a condition affecting 1 in 4,500 women, characterized by the congenital absence of the uterus and vaginal canal. Although her ovaries and hormonal system function normally, this discovery initially caused a deep sense of shame and an identity crisis linked to her femininity. After the failure of non-surgical methods, she underwent a complex vaginal reconstruction procedure to improve her quality of life. Today, Emily has become an influential voice for the MRKH community, using her blog and social networks to break the silence surrounding this invisible pathology. Her journey highlights the importance of psychological support in the treatment of rare reproductive anomalies and defends the idea that femininity and identity are not intrinsically linked to reproductive organs, but to one's inner strength and ability to fully accept oneself. She embodies a new definition of courage and integrity. Her courageous advocacy breaks medical taboos, offering precious sisterhood to the thousands of women living this reality in the shadows. Number 11, an unexpected case. This image, which went viral on social networks, was reportedly presented as one of the first specific historical cases from India, due to physical characteristics judged atypical. The pronounced hairiness and the singular length of the nose sparked debates, mockery, and discrimination. Their story serves as a reminder of how much physical difference can reveal deep social tensions. These exceptional stories remind us that behind every rare diagnosis hides a vibrant humanity. By honoring these unique life paths, we enrich our understanding of resilience and celebrate the infinite diversity that characterizes the universal human experience.